What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy BrianDaddy coming at you with another video. Today, I just wanted to chat a little bit about World of Warcraft. So it's going to be a little bit different than my normal ashes of content you guys have seen so far. World of Warcraft is coming out today for people who are deciding to purchase the normal access to it. Technically, it has already been out for people who bought early access, but I'm going to be honest with you, it's not really needed. So don't worry about on anything that you've been missing out. There hasn't been anything. So yeah, the new expansion is called The World Within. It starts the new saga that Blizzard is launching of 3 expansions. And the first one is The World Within. So the early access was on August 22nd. It's already passed, but now the launch today will be at these times, as you can see. New York time at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time around 5. LA at 3 p.m. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys the PSA and a little information about the expansion if you were thinking about purchasing it. We have a new allied race, the Earthen. So you get to meet and quest along with these guys, and they're pretty interesting. You know, they do look very dwarf-like. But they have a interesting little story that you can kind of get into. You will also be doing delves. It's the new sort of expansion feature that they're planning on being pretty, permanent as well. And these delves, I've done a few of them. They're pretty interesting. I haven't really gotten deep into it. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more stuff to do with that. They're basically like solo dungeons, but you can play them in a party with friends as well. Now we have also hero talents. And I could do a whole nother video, which I probably will, on each of those. Each class has new hero talents, and each spec can do 2 different types, and they're shared with your specs on your class. So it's kind of interesting. It's a little bit different as well. And then we have a Deep Hall Ravine. This is a new PvP map. And basically you're just going to work with your team to kind of capture resources. I haven't done a lot of PvP in WoW in a while, but we'll see. I might try it out and see if it's fun. It looks kind of almost Warsong / Arathi like. And there are a lot of new zones in World of Warcraft. Some of them are very beautiful. You got the Isle of Dorn, you got the Ringing Deeps, Hellafall, and Azkajit. Or Azkahit, however you say that. And also the other big expansion feature, which is Warbands. They launched this actually with the pre-patch, and these are going to be the thing that kind of really wants you. This is a great feature, basically, is what I'm trying to say. If you have been having like reservations about coming back, this alone will help you feel like you're doing a lot more with your World of Warcraft account. So if you had multiple characters in the past and you wanted to play multiple characters, now you can, because every time you level a character, it's going to help level basically your entire account, which is a great feature. And while it's basically kind of a little late to the game for that, but better late than never. They're finally allowing people to actually play multiple characters. And then we have Skyriding. And this is just kind of a reiteration on what dragon riding used to be. Basically, people really liked it and they wanted to continue on with this in the new expansions. So Blizzard listened, but they did switch it up a little bit. It's not as good as dragon riding used to be. It doesn't go as fast, but it's still pretty awesome. And if you wanted to use the old school flying, the Burning Crusade flying, they call it steady flight now, and you could use that as well, but you're going to be going like less than half the speed, but it is a lot more like controlled. And you can also as well, you can switch between each one that you want to do. So if you wanted to do Skyriding for something and then steady flight for another, you can change it. And then yeah, they did some new UI and quest updates, so you can kind of more clearly see the map. They're really trying to focus in on that, so that way people don't feel overwhelmed. I would recommend, yeah, if you are coming back and haven't played in a while, just try the game without add-ons, because I honestly haven't in a while. But when you've been playing WoW so long, you have so many add-ons, you just get used to. Anyways, yeah. So then we have the schedule here of Season 1. Early access started on August 22nd, but September 10th is when technically the season will launch. And when that happens, we're going to have Heroic and Raid Finder Wing come out. And then on September 17th, you'll have your mythic raids, your next raid finder wing, and the mythic plus dungeons. And then September 24th, you'll have the last wing of raid finder open up. There's going to be 4 different world bosses as well that come out on September 10th. And here's sort of a breakdown as to what level the dungeon is, as to what item level gear you get. So if you were doing normal dungeons, you get 554. If you do heroic, you're going to get to 567. And then once the season starts, which again is on September 10th, it'll jump up to 580. So realistically, you can do heroics if you wanted to kind of like get a feel of how they are. But it'd be better to do them once the season starts at 580. And then yeah, Mythic Zeros, Season 1 will give you 593. And then as you step up, it just keeps going higher and higher. Plus 10s is technically the cap as to what you get for rewards. And I guess if you haven't played in a really long time, it's a lot different than what it used to be. So I don't know how the skill, it used to be whatever the old plus 15 was, is basically like plus 5s now. So you're going to notice that if you're jumping into heroics and mythic zeros now, it's going to be a lot harder than what it was back when you used to play. So I will say this is something that Blizzard should tell people if there's a lot of new and returning players, because some people are going to jump into mythic zero and think it's a breeze, and it's really not anymore. You will have to, you know, focus up and pay attention in those dungeons. Alrighty, and then here's a little video for the story if you guys want to check that out, and some additional media. Anyways, that's all I wanted to do, is give you guys a little rundown on World of Warcraft: The War Within. I've been playing it for a few days now. I did get my paladin up to level 70, and it is fun. I do love World of Warcraft. Always have, always will. And I would say that if you're on the fence, you can watch me, because I also will be planning on streaming and playing the game quite regularly. So if you want to take a look at it without having to buy it, come on over. I will be streaming here on YouTube. And I'll give you guys a little peek into the game here real quick. Let me log in. Boom, let's get on my paladin. So all I basically did on my paladin so far was hit level 80. I did a couple of world quests, and that's it. I did complete actually the whole story campaign, and I would recommend to people that you do the same, because I think that's how you have to unlock world quests and the ability to do other such things on your characters. So make sure you go through and do the whole main campaign story. It kind of brings you to each zone and has you do a couple delves, a couple dungeons, and as long as you do all of that, you'll be able to continue on once they start, you know, each week releasing more and more of the story. And I think that's a good thing that Blizzard is doing, is they're taking their time and releasing the game slowly but surely, not all at once, so that way people who are, you know, degenerates don't go through the entire game in, you know, a couple days. Them actually kind of slowly releasing it is a good thing. But anyways, yes, here's the new capital city of Dornegal. And this will probably be your new Valdrakken, where you guys are going to be spending a lot of time and doing a lot of things. Alright, let me not make this video last too long. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. I do plan on streaming and coming out with more content, as you will see. And until Ashes of Creation starts coming out more, and I'll be able to test it on the alpha, we're going to be playing some World of Warcraft. So I hope you enjoy. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you in the next one. Peace.